Next player that we got to talk about, DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, the big free agent going into the offseason. D-Law has had an up and down short career with the Cowboys, but when his ups are up, like this year, I mean, we're talking about a game changer. Now, this is your boy, Shane, so I'm going to let you take the lead from Boise State. What have you thought of D-Law's career as a Cowboy so far, and what would you like to see between the Cowboys and D-Law as far as the contract goes?
So first, I'm just going to say, pay him. Okay, so we gotta pay the guy, and I'm going to be completely honest. You mentioned it. I'm a Boise State alum. I went to school when D-Law was there as well. So the fact is, I honestly thought it was stupid the Cowboys took him. I'm one of these guys. I'm like, are you kidding me? I still thought he had a lot to prove in college. He was undersized, skinnier guy. And then he gets into the pros. He goes through his injury, and then he goes through his suspension. And I never really thought that – I was like, you know what? Cowboys made a mistake. But when he came back and he was fully healthy, and, I mean, maybe that suspension was well worth the 4 games or whatever it was, because he put on some size, whatever he was doing, and then he's back, and he's stronger than ever. And you could see how he was a game changer. And I think if you can keep him healthy, he's going to be one of those players that sticks with the team for the rest of his career. I believe he's that DeMarcus Ware. He's the Reggie White type player. He's got the potential, the athleticism, the strength, the smarts to do it. I think you pay him, absolutely. And I'm so impressed with how he's improved from his junior year in college when he took off until now. It's unbelievable. The IQ, the strength, the athleticism, everything he's become way more like polished as a player.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you when it comes to how far DeMarcus Lawrence has came since his rookie season. And funny thing is, if you think all the way back to his rookie season, this was a dude the Cowboys traded up for to get in the early second round of the draft. And then he missed the first half of his rookie season with injuries. And just when you were beginning to have your doubts about the pick, he started to make some big plays in the playoffs that season. If you remember, it was that Detroit playoff game where he had the big sack at the end of the game to seal the deal. Then he comes in his second year, has 8 sacks, teases us again, shows us some flashes of the player that he could be, comes back in his third year, and he's got an injury-plagued third season. That's when he had the back issues. And again, he had 8 sacks his sophomore seasons, but we didn't get the production that we were expecting from him in the third year. So a bit of a up and down for DeMarcus Lawrence. Then he balls out in his fourth year. He had 14.5 sacks, gets elected to the Pro Bowl, and makes second team All-Pro. So now what we've got to ask ourselves, and what the Cowboys front office is asking themselves, is what kind of an offer do you make this guy? I think legitimately I would like to see them try to sign Lawrence long-term. I understand you have to tag him just so that he doesn't, get out the door. But I think with the cap situation going in, I'd like to see them, sign him long-term. I'm thinking that you should be able to get him, and I'm just throwing out the numbers, of course. But I think if you offer him about a 4-year contract worth around anywhere from 58 to 62 million, that's about 14 to 15,000. I think it can max out at about 16 mil a year. I'm comfortable with that